What's up, guys? It's Joel from the Fun Pimps, aka Mad Mole. Here we are on volume 10. So, Max to Go wants to know, regarding inventory sorting, is there any chance that the position of items can be locked so that items are assigned to a specific cell? And if the cells are specified to only hold certain, it's not currently possible, but anything's possible. So we'd have to look into doing that. Red 1979, looking great so far. Thank you for your team's commitment. Thank you, Red. So, with this new socket system for Random World Gen, will any of the green squares be specifically set aside for POI areas, like stores, or is there just a random chance for a house of a store? Just wondering if there will be consistency be stores in most towns. I don't really know. I think he's got kind of the same rules we have now. Roads are going to be a chance of a store or a house, or and then there's still hubs, and that's going to be your list of towns, and the same kind of rules. It's just a different layout, as far as I know. CA 1987, can you put launching mini bike physics back in? Right now they just fall down when they go off jumps, but I want to build Excite bike tracks and fly through the air. I would think so. I have no idea why they just hit the ground. That's no good. So yeah, I always thought you'd be able to make some pretty cool tracks with the blocks and the building we have in this game, and make for kind of a fun meta game of just doing mini bike stuff. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. Hopefully we can get that in. Zlon or Zlon, depending on the size of the socket, is there any chance the socket system could allow 2 or more POIs that are smaller to spawn in the same socket facing road? Once again, random gen is just not really my area. I talked to Robert about it here and there, but he's kind of the mastermind of that. So I don't really know. Exactly. I just don't know the answer to that question. Sorry. Air Jacobs, can we expect smooth mouse movement, smooth character animations, smooth free cam movement, and the ability to interact with objects with the UI turned off in Alpha 15? No, we haven't done anything to animations for Alpha 15 other than what we've done, and none of it is that. So sorry. That's just because doing a cinematic series on the 15 launch, free cam and character animations are jittery. The only thing I think we've done is we put in, you can use the bracket keys or the plus and minus keys. I can't remember. No, it's the plus and minus keys to slow down the camera. So once you drop the camera and you're just kind of in an observer mode, you can speed it down or slow it up, which helps quite a bit for looking at art, or if you were going to do some kind of a virtual fly through, you'd be able to record it a lot at a slower speed, so that should help. Okay, I am hot EP 856. Finally got on here in time. Yay. Could there be one ore that you mine that could refine into whatever you need? Iron, brass, coal. Add EXP and perks to increase the yield. What have you been, spying on us? Yeah, we put in a special ore, and it's kind of a wild card ore. And what it does is, it's rare, first of all, but one thing I was kind of feeling when we were mining, it was just it's just not that exciting. There's plenty of this, plenty of that. There's nothing really that rare to find. So now that we have a monetary system, there's a new rare mineral ore deposit, and what it does is it drops gold nuggets, silver nuggets, and something else I can't remember. And you can basically take that to a trader and sell it and get a lot of dukes out of it. And so it's kind of like, hey, a way to hit a jackpot and get a lot of money. So you miners might want to start digging up all the good ore, right away, so that you can get rich. I think we also put in like cash, so zombies will have cash on them, and you can take that to a trader and use it as, it's not the same as a duke, but it has a value. Everything has a value in the game, so you basically sell it for dukes, and then you buy what you want with the dukes. So Filio is the fix for not getting player XP for skilling up by books in A15. I think there's a ticket in for it. I don't know if it's fixed yet. Extra kicking. So now that we have traders coming, will there be any kind of punishment if we steal anything from them or if we break anything in their settlements? In the first version, no, you can just take whatever you want, but that's the only thing you can take are like the crops, and everything else is nailed down, and so there's nothing you can really steal as far as I know. Well, you could probably loot his containers and stuff. You can't break anything, and everything's totally invulnerable, so that's not really a problem. But this is the first version, and we're going to address those issues in a different way in the future. Deathbringers Wrath. Any background coming as to why specific zombies have specific strengths and powers? That will be revealed in the story as it unfolds. Pertas. When do you plan to add copper ore? I don't know. Is there any need for copper? I see no need for copper right now, so I don't see it coming. Unless it's part of electricity and doing conduit and stuff, then maybe if we decide it's needed for that, then it'll come in Alpha 16 probably. Kingslayer GM. Hey Mad Mole, thank you for taking the time to make weekly videos. We really appreciate that. You're welcome. Can you give us a rough idea about the next big goals for TFP? You said electricity in A16, then what? Can we expect in the long term before the game goes gold? Oh, what can we expect? What about bosses? What about new vehicles? Alpha 16 is most likely going to be electricity, sleepers, breadcrumb system for zombies. That'll give them the ability to track you down into the bottom of a cave and all that kind of stuff. NPC enhancements, more NPCs besides the traders. The UMA wolf and bear should happen soon. And that's about, all I want to talk about right now. I don't want to, but really, we're getting closer to the end, we're not done, but we're definitely getting close, and I'd mentioned this in the forums, and a few people panicked or whatever, but in the grand scheme of things, dude, we've been working on this game for 3.5 years, so or almost 4 years. So I think we'll be done, next spring, next summer, give or take. So, for me, this is the tail stretch. We're almost done in the grand scheme of things. A lot of you guys who jumped on board a couple months ago, what, you're not done, whatever. But no, in the big picture, we're close. We've got NPCs, electricity, a few traps, stories, better questing, and that's pretty much it. And those are our big goals. And I'm sure I missed a few things, so don't panic if I didn't say X or Y or Z feature that you're expecting us to deliver by gold. But that's the big stuff, and that's what we're going to be working on. And of course, the little stuff is going to happen too. But and when I say gold, that doesn't mean we're done. It just means, hey, it's finished. We're out of alpha, we're out of beta, and we're gold. We're still probably going to update the game for some time. So, there's no reason not to. Anyway, Lord Samuel, here's my question. Will Navigating map be more dynamic? Some elements like trader posts, spike hole traps you mentioned in the last video. Anything I can add to the random decorator is random, and we're always trying to add more random things, so I hope so. We have some cool stuff planned using the random. One idea I had, I think you guys are going to like this. It'll probably happen in Alpha 16. We're certainly out of time right now for Alpha 15. We wanted to be content lock and just be fixing bugs by now, but we're still, adding a few things here and there and working on stuff, but we're getting really close. But this idea I had the other day, we have like the trash bag code. Basically, it puts a random trash bag. When you place this helper in the editor, it puts any one of 9 different trash bags in that same spot. Well, we want to use that same code to say, put in a painting in the game. So you just put these painting helper blocks. You don't really pick which one it is when you're building anymore. You're just going to say, yeah, I'm going to put a painting here. Then that painting is going to have a random, you're going to break it, and it's going to have a random downgrade. It could downgrade to nothing, or it could downgrade to a wall safe. So we'll have wall safes hidden behind paintings, but you never know which one it is. And not even the guy who built the level. Nobody knows. It'll be really cool. So that's just one example. And I mentioned the random spike pits and whatnot. So yeah, we're planning on doing more and more of that. So even Navigating will feel a little more dynamic and different each playthrough. I am Da Panzer. What's up, dude? Trader Hugh. I like Hugh's camp a lot. It has a lot of character. I actually like him not being in a trailer. It adds diversity. Also, if you were to add spike pits throughout the map, it would be nice to have some quality loot spawn at the bottom. Also, I think the mines are going to be just fine, especially with some stuff you mentioned. I do think they're only belong in the wasteland. Thank you. Okay. I guess that wasn't a question, just a comment. You're welcome. And Hawk wants to know, hey Mad Mole, one thing I would love to see in the near future, or even in A15, is that dedicated server pushes custom icons to clients when they connect to the server. This feature would improve modded servers to a whole new level without breaking vanilla compatibility. I know it's possible that clients download icons manually and install them, but that is science fiction for most players. And I don't know, ask Alec. He's the guy who does all the server-side networking and most of all that kind of stuff. So spam his inbox with PMs, tell him I sent you. He'll like it, I'm sure. CN Conrad, will there ever be any biome logic such as sand is more common to the south, or snow to the north? Or sockets, a desert biome? I don't know. Now that we have distant terrain, you can see the biomes from a great distance, so it's kind of like, I don't really need to guess where it is. I just look and I see it and I go there. So I don't know if I think we have height-based snow caps yet in Random Gen. But, do you really want a predictable world where you always go south and hit sand, and always go north and hit snow? I mean, is that good? I'm not sure. I kind of like, the whole point of random is to not know where anything is for sure, and to me that makes, for a better experience, not knowing anything. Legion Diablo wants to know, last time you improved Navigating map, it got bigger. So my question is, how much bigger will it be in A15? And thank you so much for this game. You continue to surprise us all with the new updates. Most games out there don't give us 50% of the money they asked for, and I would say 7 Days to Die already did give us at least 500%. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that comment. We're out to make a game that becomes a hobby for people. It's not just to pick up and play for a few hours, beat it, and toss it aside and forget about it. 7 days is a lifestyle, and it's going to take a big chunk of your life away. and give you some awesome memories in the process, obviously, because nobody's going to spend time doing something they don't want, unless they're getting paid for it or something. But yeah, so anyway, about your question, this is basically what you guys have right now in the current Navis game, and this red area represents unopened area, and this green area is basically kind of what we've opened up for you. So the red area is still there, so it'd kind of be this, you still can't get to these red corners, but this new green space is now opened up. So quite a bit of real estate, actually. There's, a huge mountain. There's Dead Man's Gulch right here, and I think there's some roads and some stuff back here. I'm not going to show you guys the full map that has all the POIs. Oh, look at this dude. Skullface Mountain right here. Cool stuff. It's amazing what you see when you look at an image. But yeah, anyway, so there's this whole area, which is, way bigger than, there's Dyersville, I think. So, Matt, you know how big Dyersville is. So like 20 Dyersvilles crammed into this space. Something like that. It's a pretty good chunk of real estate. So quite a bit bigger. Let's see. Dan LW, will zombies ever be able to jump that 2-block gap? I always leave between my staircase and my entrance to all my bases. Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe it might not be that simple. I was thinking I could just animate a jump that mocaps them kind of over some space. That might work. It might not. That gravity might kick in. I'm not sure how all that works. So, but yeah, we're planning on adding some more special behaviors and better AI in general. We're pretty much finally kind of getting to where we've wanted to be, and Joe's more open to do a lot of cool stuff. So we've got some great stuff coming, and we've got the Horde. The game stages are functionalities there, and we're writing all these game stages for difficulty. So the new Horde stuff's coming. Everybody gets a Horde on Horde night, and nobody's safe. If you take off on a mini bike, good luck. They're coming for you. There's no escaping them. It's pretty nasty now. So the game is a lot harder, and there's no escaping the zombies, and there's no clearing the Hordes either. I mean, they just keep coming until morning. We've got it so, yeah, okay, you clear the main Horde, there's just going to be some stragglers left over that are going to hone in on you. So you can't just go loot the town after you cleared your Horde. It's not going to work that way. We're not going to let you do that. So there's going to be stragglers that hone in on you that are feral up until, the sun rises. So Horde night, look out. It's coming. It's nasty. You guys are going to hate me, and then you're going to love me, because, at first you're going to get killed, and you're going to say it's just too hard. And then when you figure things out, you're going to come back and say, oh, this is awesome. You always do that. So that's what we do. We piss you off, and then you end up liking it later. Some of you are going to like it right off the bat. I don't know what the reactions are going to be, but it's going to be cool. It's different, and it feels new. I'm speculating here because I haven't even played it myself. I'm only, just still working on the game, and I'm refusing to get sucked into it, even though at times it's tempting. I'm working on it, and I'm like, dang, I could just start building a house over here, or I want to go mine that, because I know there's that new special ore in there, and I want to check it out, but I better not. So I just kind of keep myself from playing, so I can have that feeling of overwhelming awesomeness when you start a new game and you get sucked into it, and I'm hoping it's like that, and there's not too many bugs. So I guess I've been talking to Sasha, and he says that there's not too many bugs, I think. So I mean, they're so it's going to be pretty good. So I don't know your name, wants to know. You commented on wood frames. A better solution is to reduce hit points on the frames so they can't be used as instant blockades, and re-enable the weight system. We had da-da-da-da. If you go this route, should you not then enable ladders to be picked up? Without frames to walk on, we would be left with nothing for scaffolding. For me, ladders are also very iffy when trying to put up non-uniform blocks. I know we're not going to make ladders pick up, and there's nothing stopping you. I think we had one other solution, and I forgot what it was, but it was pretty awesome. So let's just scratch this whole idea for now. I don't think we're even doing it yet anyway. There's one other idea that surfaced, and I forgot what it was, sorry. But I don't think we're doing this right now anyway, so it's not really an issue yet. So we'll probably have the same frames we always had, but who knows. Anyway, if something changes, I'll let you guys know, but currently I don't think we've even changed any of that. So God, I wish I could remember the solution, whatever it was. Anyway, Cyrex. Any chance of getting an experience percentage modifier at the start of the game in the options menu, similar to how we can choose that for loot? This way we could speed up or slow down progression. Maybe. That doesn't sound like a horrible idea, but it kind of sounds like a mod to me, you know. But, you know, I'm all for options if it... You know, I just don't want to go in there and see every server 200% or whatever, you know. So people are, you know, it feels cheap to me. I'm a slow, grindy guy. I make all my I mod my Fallout and my Skyrim to be harder, you know. So it takes longer to get anywhere, and to me it's more rewarding. I don't like playing a game for I'm level 20 and I'm a god already, you know. Put that shit on master difficulty and legendary difficulty and get your ass beat over and over until you get pissed off and get strong enough to fight back, you know. It's kind of cool that way, and it feels rewarding. And then a dragon or something comes by and you get destroyed again, and it's like, whoa, I need to learn to run from everything for a while, you know. I don't know, to me, I like that kind of gameplay, but, you know, this is probably a good option, you know. I mean, for the guy, if you want to slow things down, maybe it is too fast. So it's good to make a game configurable so that everybody can enjoy it, you know. And to me, that's a good idea. So we'll see in the future. AJ Lamb 05 wants to drink his own piss. Imagine that. Did I just read that right? Dear Mad Mole, will we ever be able to drink our own pee, Bear Grylls style, if we can find any water and have a couple empty glass jars? Let me think. What's the interface for that like? You see, you equip your junk, and then you right click and fill in a jar. I don't. How do you do it? I don't know. I don't think so. That seems like a modded option to me. I just don't. Yeah, I know you can drink your own piss to survive in a deathly situation, but I don't know. We'll have to think about that. But we're not going to think too hard on it. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. Nixon's Decree. Hey Mad Mole, thank you for making a great game. You and the team have come up with ideas that truly make the game the gold standard of survival games. Now that is awesome. I love hearing that, you know. I mean, if something sucks, let us know, but you know, it's nice to get a pat on the back too. And I agree with this. Of course, you know, I agree with it. I'm the one busting my ass making this game, you know, but the game is my vision of the gold standard. But you know, maybe the next guy likes Daisy or whatever, you know. If you like that really slow, super serious version of a game where, you know, here's my Daisy experience. The controls were clunky. You know, first of all, you don't reinvent the keyboard. You don't reinvent the wheel. I mean, Doom and Wolfenstein invented the wheel with WASD and a mouse and and the rest of the controls, the standard controls that every game is used. And I load that game, and it's like the controls are weird, and I couldn't even play it because, you know, it's like learning to walk all over again. I mean, I'm not gonna play a game where I don't know. Maybe I could. I tried reconfiguring it, and it was just couldn't figure it out. And then the next thing is, you know, I wandered around for half an hour, and I finally found a house, and there was the only loot was one can of beans, and then I got shot in the head by some guy who's been sitting there. He probably put the can of beans there and waited for me to like show up and get it. And I'm just like, really? I'm a noob, I got nothing, and you just wreck me because you don't have anything better to do. I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea, you know. And but the other thing about that game is I've looked at their wiki and whatnot, checking it out. Because they've outsold us. I'm like, why is everybody buying this game? What's so magic about it? And it seems like everything is kind of hard to do or hard to get, and I like a hard game, but maybe it's, I don't know. But everything's like super realistic. And I'm all for immersion. I'm into all that too, but it just felt like, I don't know, you know, it's like I just can't get anywhere. So, you know, I mean, I get that. And people have probably played our game and said the exact same thing, but, you know, that's my take on the whole thing. You know, there's a balance to all that stuff, and you know, it's all good. But anyway, I was wondering if the textures for the exploding arrows or fire arrows will be done. No, not in 15. We're done working on stuff, and we're just fixing bugs pretty much at this point. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. The arrow bolt covers the area. Yeah, we're gonna do something about that. It's just probably not gonna happen now because we're already on but we might be able to patch that in a 15.2 or something. Who knows? CCJMS Shelter. Hey Mad Mole, will there be any way for us to trade X amount of Duke coins to have the trader Joel or someone allow us to stay in their settlement for the night and extra for the 7th night hordes, or not at all? Currently not at all, but you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Just yesterday I was having a conversation with Pamprick, and I was just saying, you know, that'd be kind of cool, you know, to go to you have to pay a cover charge to get into the Duke's casino, and you know, as long as you paid your cover charge, you can stay there, and the next day when the money runs out, you know, you get booted out of there just like our settlements have now. Something like that. It'd be kind of cool, you know, rent a room for the night. Make it kind of pricey so you can't just stay there forever and be safe infinitely. We talked about like safety deposit boxes so you can rent a safe storage in this place. It's protected. Nobody can get it unless you give them the passcode. Something like that, you know. So we got some pretty cool ideas that are coming in the near future. And, you know, I don't know if any of that's going to happen, but we talked about it, and it sounded like it would be easy to do, and it'd be kind of neat. We've got, I'll just wait till tomorrow to tell you. But yeah, the vending machines have some new stuff, and they're all textured up and pretty and looking good. So I'm going to show you guys the vending machines in tomorrow's video and some other stuff. So check it out then. Ouch, quit it. Hey Mad Mole, did you guys ever fix the zombie reach issue in the game? You guys have been talking about it since A13, and as far as I know, it hasn't been resolved. I think yeah, we did. You're talking about when you play on a network game and you get hit from 20 feet away. Yes, it's supposedly been fixed. I haven't tried it myself, but it was fixed. So I don't know if it's a little better, if it's a lot better, if it's awesome. That remains to be seen. Pendrel, Mad Mole, first thank you for the thousands of hours of entertainment. Your integrity, degradation, no, I'm not, dedication. And I said, you know, we talk about degraded stuff so much I can't even read anymore. But anyway, your dedication and perseverance to your vision is creating a masterpiece, a serious masterpiece. Question about trading. Will we be able to sell anything to the traders? I like to farm, and the idea of bringing crops in for cash would rock. Yes, you can sell your turds, your crops, everything if it has a value. I'm not sure everything has a value yet. I don't remember what the design was there, but yeah, it pretty much can sell anything. I don't know if there'll be a diminishing return. I don't remember that either. It's been so long since we kind of got all this rolling, and I let Gaz do all the balancing, so you guys can yell at him when things aren't right. And yeah, I've been doing other stuff, so it's all good. That's why our character system's gonna rock, and that's why a bunch of other stuff, art's looking better. I've been able to, Gaz has freed me from the chains of XML, and it feels amazing. So I'm pretty happy. I'm doing all this art again, and I'm tasking all our art team with stuff, and UMA is like gone from crappy to amazing, and yeah, it's been really good. So, but yeah, you can sell anything. Next question, unlike them, any changes to claim blocks for Alpha 15? I don't think so. I mean, unless Latham Stealth fixed that stuff, we talked about it, but I don't think it happened yet. I could be wrong though. The Prophet. Big question here. You guys know I don't like these big questions. Okay, let me try to slug through it best I can. Mad Mole, love your game. I've been hoping for a game like this. Anyways, request for me and other people. Where is your question? For literally years now, it's a pretty basic feature that's still missing in-game friend text chat. I don't know. That's probably a Alec feature, so it might have been added. I thought maybe. I don't know though. So I guess wait and see, and if not, we'll get to it. It's a little thing, but we'll get to it. Zermby Durgan. Excuse me while I hydrate myself. Hey Mad Mole, I was wondering how the vending machine was coming along. It is done. It's done. It's done. Last time we saw it was still a beer cooler with trading features. It's done. We actually have a vending machine that you can just buy stuff from, and then we have a customized one that looks like a player rigged it up. Looks like kind of like the concept I drew, with a monitor and attached to it and whatnot, and that is the one that you can put stuff in and sell. So there's one that just has like energy drinks and stuff that you would normally find in one, and then there's the one you can I'll talk about tomorrow. Wolfpack. Rotten flesh clothing. When worn, allows a player to sneak closer and longer around zombies before they notice the player. Offers little or negative protection to the player when worn. Can be part of survival. Maybe. We need to get buffs on clothing, and once that's done, sky's the limit, dude. It's going to be awesome. J. Thor. Question. Could you add a special admin land claim that makes things invulnerable to zombie damage? This would also be useful for Raider camps. Maybe. I think the new claim we put in for the traders does just that. So if you guys can figure out how to hack that into your game, you can have it and do what you want with it. Mad Mole, thanks for the game you guys have put together so far. Props to you all for how much you've accomplished over the years. Thank you. 7 Days to Die has replaced Left 4 Dead as me and my friends' go-to co-op game. That is awesome. Take that, Valve. No, we love Valve. Valve made Steam, and Steam is my friend. But no, that's cool. That's awesome. We're trying our best to make like the coolest open world horde defense crafting zombie game ever made. I think we're well on our way. Last night we were out selling Ark, so we were the #1 survival game last night. And that's always good news. Anyway, the question, are there plans to make the POIs more useful than being just loot points? For example, having a steel mill where you can fire up the furnaces to mass produce steel items more quickly than if you made in the Forge, with the downside of being a Horde bandit group hotspot when in use. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of getting into that, as you can see. So tying in a use to a specific POI, like a cannot craft super forge or something like that, might be possible. I mean, it sounds good, especially if, you know, that gives you even more purpose. But, you know, so we've got special zombies spawning in special locations, and they have special loot currently in Alpha 15. So, you know, miners drop mining tools, utility guys, they drop tools and whatnot, and football players, they drop football jerseys, they drop football helmets, they drop energy drinks, and yeah, so we're doing a lot of that stuff now. So it's going to be a lot. But yeah, I see what you're saying though, and that is a good idea. So we're going to try and get to that. Metal Murderer. Hey Mad Mole, I was wondering if the POI UMA zombie football player miner you showed will be appearing in the weekly Feral Horde or only around the POI. So far, only around the POI. And be damage resistant, since the first two mentioned have helmets that could protect their skulls. Yeah, and there's another hidden surprise about the football players you guys are going to shit your pants when you see, so just wait to get Alpha 15 and check it out. Slim, verification. Any chance we are going to see some center lanes on the main roads? It always looks the same. No, it's just not possible. You know why? Because voxels do not care which way they're rotated. They always run the same direction, so there's no way to do it in a voxel game that I know of, unless we, you know, totally redid the terrain shader and was able to put a line, and then you got the rotations where it curves. It's going to look like crap. It's just, there's just certain limitations to voxel games that sucks. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you that. So, I mean, there's other ways to do it, but it's just not a priority right now. So, and I don't think it's ever going to be one. I mean, we've improved the roads about as much as we can, and that's pretty much where it's going to end. Armored Stone. Hey Mad Mole, would it be possible to make an audible cue when the stability of a block is low, maybe a board creaking or something? Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice, so we'll see. Imperial Dragon 99, tree issue. Hey, I clipped through a tree and noticed there's textures for both sides inside. Wouldn't getting rid of this improve performance? The reason they're textured inside is because when you chop them over, there's no tap, and that's a speed tree thing, so we render them two-sided. I don't think the cost is hardly anything. It doesn't really make much difference. So, you know, that's why it is. If Speed Tree ever puts in the ability to cap the bottom of the tree wider that way, I don't know, then we can get rid of that. Until then, it's kind of a Speed Tree thing. And that's it for this week. So thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow. We are going to show you one more awesome preview before we get started with the play testing and the Let's Play. So that's it. See you guys then. Bye.